How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to this channel. Today we have a little DIY project as far as how to help with something that we as customizers do. What am I talking about? We'll get right back to that. Again, welcome back to the channel, everybody. So glad each and every single one of you can make it. I really am. As a hobbyist, as a customizer, or just a collector, or enjoyist, enthusiast, however you want to look at it, we tend to want to be able to make things our own. And with Diecast, Hot Wheels, Matchbox, Corgi, whatever, Johnny Lightning, one of the processes that we can do to make these cars our own is adding decals, or during the customization, adding decals. And here I'll show you. There you can see a set of decals. And what we're going to talk about is when we make our own, we don't have industrial grade printers. So we typically use inkjet printers to print them. And that's all fine and dandy because we can customize them exactly the way we want them, make them as big as we want them and all that. And that's great. Whenever I get me a printer, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be tinkering and learn how to make my own. But typically you're either printing on a clear sheet, which has a clear background, or a blue background, or a white background. But anyhow, you're printing on the external layer. Then it has the adhesive on the back, and then it's stuck to the actual paper. Well, the problem is whenever we use inkjet printers, you have to seal them. There's no way around it. You have to seal them. And even when you get some from somebody online, and that's where these come in. When you get somebody else's decals that you don't know, that's not reputable, you really need to do this. And I strongly suggest doing it anyway. And the reason for it, we take these decals and we stick them in water, right? Or on a wet sponge, wet towel, however you do it. It involves water. And the problem with that is, Doodles is checking it out too. The problem with that is that ink has water in it, so it's a water-based product. And the problem is whenever we dunk it down in there, sometimes that ink can actually run off, or as we apply it to the car and we take our Q-tip or whatever we're using and squeegee out the excess water, or as we're actually taking it off of the backing paper. There's Fred. As we're taking off the backing paper, we can actually see cracks and stuff starting to form in the ink because it's separating. So again, long-winded explanation, I know, but we need to seal them. And these, I really like the decals. I just did a car with them, but the person that I got these from said they were sealed. They wasn't. They were not sealed. Oh, I was so mad whenever I went to apply them and everything. But lesson learned. And that's, everybody says you got to seal them, and it's true, you do. So I want to take my instance to explain what happened and show you how to do it. Now all you need is a clear coat, any kind. You can use matte, semi-gloss, gloss, whatever. I'm going to use this Krylon, and it is a crystal clear, or gloss crystal clear, as you can see on there. And however many coats you want to put on it is up to you. I strongly recommend a minimum of 2. I don't like going more than 3 because let's face it, the more clear coats you put on here, that's layers of paint. And then when you put it on the car, that just makes them stick up that much more. They're that much thicker. So then you got to either just live with it after you clear coat your car, or you have to build up the clear coat to where you don't see the edge of the paper. But it's very simple. I've got these on here and they are taped down so the wind won't blow them, they won't fall off as I spray them or whatever. I should have put a piece of tape at each end, but it'll be okay. But you're going to take your paint, just like anything, your clear coat, and you're going to shake it up. I've already shaken this one, but I'm going to give it another shake on camera, just so you can see that I am shaking it. Test spray it, right? Make sure everything's working. And you're going to hit it whatever direction you want. If you go this way, do the whole thing. If you go this way, do the whole thing. Let it set until it's completely dry. I strongly recommend about 30 minutes in between. Other people say less, other people say more, but I have found for me 30 minutes works the best, okay? But here we go. All you're going to do, put my seeing eye dogs on so I can see what I'm doing. You're just going to lightly coat it, just all the way across, right? Start off, end up, off. Start off, end up, off. Now, when you come back and do the second coat, clear your tip. When you come back and do the second coat, do it the other way. I went this way on that coat. I'm going to do it that way on the next coat. That way I can ensure that this is sealed. Look good, don't they? Look real good. I mean, the guy did a great job designing them and printing them and all that stuff and everything, but oh man, what a mess. Now what you want to do after you do that is sit them somewhere and maybe even cover them. Like if you have a, I buy the dollar store Rubbermaid Tupperware plastic containers to cover my cars when I paint them so they can dry in a lint-free, dust-free environment. So I do the same thing with this, but you can cover them with a cookie sheet, a pie pan, anything like that, and that will help keep dust or anything from landing on it and blowing on it. But I just wanted to let you know that's how you do it. It's that simple. I know there's videos out there on how to do this, but not all of you watch everybody else's videos. Not all of their people watch my videos, so you know how it is. So with that being stated, I'm going to get off here and I'm going to let this dry for 30 minutes, and then I'm going to hit it the second time, and then I'll be able to do another car with these decals. Plus, when another reason for doing it is when we handle these, our oils and stuff get on the paper as we're cutting out the decals we need. So that can actually cause an effect on the ink if you don't clear cut it. And by clear cutting it, that just helps protect the ink. That's all you're doing, protecting the ink. Long-winded answer to the story. So get out there and enjoy those Hot Wheels. Get out there and hunt. Don't hunt, you can't find. And yeah, this is just another way to enjoy them. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.